of the six first teamers have been injured, haven't they? So who's back then? Who's at the
So we've got Suits
stage?
out and Blaster out for the season. Let me go through them. Jamie Shackleton took a whack to the bottom of his foot. That's the healing process, and that has not been great. So he's short to medium term out. Kiefer Moore needs an operation, hernia operation. He's been carrying that. I've kept that under the radar a little bit, but you know the boy has not been great for the last 2 or 3 or 4 weeks in terms from a physical point of view, and you know I've got to say, when people have a little bit of a nip at him, which maybe that happens when you miss a penalty, or you know you don't produce your best performances. I've tried to keep that under the radar, but they need to know that's the reason. And Kiefer's been battling away with this issue for quite a while now, so he needs an op. When that op will happen, will possibly coincide with us having the likes of Tyrese back or a couple of other boys that we're after joining the club. Then that gives us a little bit of wriggle room to get Kiefer in. It's not going to be a big operation. It'll be out for 2 to 3 weeks, but he potentially will be involved tomorrow. And then we're going into Vinny touch and go, Jez touch and go, whether they be involved in the squads, but definitely be involved in the squads Tuesday/Friday. So really close. Got to make a decision on them two, and Femi and Tyrese will be in the squad for tomorrow. So hopefully that's boxed it off here.
Very much so, because it's kind of mad, isn't it? I realise the cup. A break for some players, obviously, that played a lot in the Championship, and then all of a sudden you come back and it's Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, and then the week after, Wednesday.
Yeah. I've got a document. I'll show you the document that we've put together. We suffer the most out of any of the top clubs in terms of the turnarounds of fixtures by quite a while, but quite a long way. So I'll show you the document. It's interesting reading. I suppose that's the price you pay for getting off to a good start. So we're going to have to deal with it. You'd like to think there'll be a little bit of parity and a little bit of consistency in that, but it doesn't seem to be. But we're going to have to deal with that. We're going to have to deal with a really punishing week. You know, long trip to Swansea on Tuesday and a quick turnaround to Friday. But Saturday's the most important game, and this is why, you know, I'm vocal in terms of the support from the punters, what we need. And I've been, you know, consistent with always, I would say, 75-80% of the time we need to set that ball rolling, but the group is not where I would like it to be, and I thought it would be, but the reasons I've explained to you there, and as well quite easily took Vinny in, quite easily took Jez in, but quite easily could lose them. Quite easily put Gus Amer on the pitch and Callum Aware going over old territory and put Anel on the pitch, but quite easily could have lost them. And I understand, you know, grumblings of people, and I like to think that people will recognise that, you know, the reason that they were in and around the squad. I'm not daft. I understand the first thing that was going to come back at me was, well, they were on the bench. Well, they were on the bench for a reason, and maybe the reason was, you know, for those boys that had not played a lot of football to have a decent feel about the place in terms of some experienced boys being in that change room, and what does it look like for those young boys as well if they've got senior boys in and around it. So that's a decision that I took for the benefit of the football club, as every decision I do personally or for the benefit professionally of Sheffield United, I'll always will do.